What's up, sports bettors? Matt Modi here with OddsJam, here to give you the best anytime touchdown score bets specifically for Christmas Eve football. So, Christmas falls on a Sunday this year. There are 3 games on Sunday, which means the majority of games are on Saturday, Christmas Eve. So, Saturday, Christmas Eve is essentially a normal betting slate. So, I'm going to give out my favorite anytime touchdown score bets. I have 1 pick for the early, afternoon, and night slate. 3 picks total. And I love using OddsJam, using the line shopping tool for these anytime touchdown score bets. You can also use the OddsJam screen. It's really cool. It pulls up where every sportsbook is pricing a market, and you can just compare the sportsbooks to try to find value, right? That's the whole point of sports betting, is to find value and to make money. So right off the bat, the first game that I'm going to have a play in is in the Lions versus Panthers game, and I love Jamal Williams to score a touchdown. So you can get him at plus 130 odds either on FanDuel or PointsBet, as you can see here. The other two books that price it have it at plus 100 each way, right? BetMGM and DraftKings both have it at plus 100. So this plus 130, 30 cents higher than where the other 2 books price it. And I love Jamal Williams. I've been riding him a lot to score a touchdown. Now, he's burned me the past 2 weeks. So Jamal Williams hasn't scored a touchdown in the past 2 weeks. But prior to that, he had scored in 5 of 6 games and had a total of 8 touchdowns in that stretch as well. So just because he hasn't scored in the past 2 games, he still gets a ton of work, specifically in the red zone. Touchdowns just haven't really come his way. But the logic and the process is still there. He's still getting a lot of work, specifically in the red zone, more than DeAndre Swift, even now that Swift has gotten healthy. So Williams, counting on him to bounce back after not scoring in 2 straight, is a really good play, and you're also getting a ton of value on it as well, which is why I like it, the plus 130 at FanDuel and PointsBet. So for the 1 o'clock slate, specifically on Christmas Eve, give me Jamal Williams to score. Next up, in what was going to be the best game of the week, the Eagles versus Cowboys, has a little bit less juice than normal because the Cowboys lost last week. So now all the Eagles need to do is win 1 of their remaining 3 games, and they clinch the 1 seed. And obviously the bigger reason, Jalen Hurts is out for this game. So Gardner Minshew is going to be starting. Now, I still think that the Eagles have a good chance to win this game. I think that, quite frankly, the spread of plus 5 is disrespectful to Gardner Minshew and the rest of the Eagles team. And one way in which you can kind of ease a backup quarterback into a game, how about you lean on the run game? So I love Miles Sanders to score in this game. You can get him at plus 110 at PointsBet. DraftKings is giving it to you at plus 100. FanDuel is giving it to you at plus 105. So this plus 110, the lower the numbers get, the more valuable the gap is in terms of the value between the sports books. So I love Miles Sanders to score at plus 110. The Eagles are a top rushing team in the NFL. And I will guess that your rebuttal will be, well, yeah, that's because they have a dual threat quarterback, a quarterback that can run, which is true. But no matter how you slice it, the Eagles have a top 5 run blocking offensive line, not even counting the quarterback runs. And if you remember the last time these 2 teams played, the Eagles diced up the Cowboys on the ground. Yeah, part of that was Hurts. Part of that was just the Eagles' offensive line manhandling the Cowboys' defensive line. And the Cowboys are completely banged up in this game. They really are missing a run stuffer. They traded for Jonathan Hankins. He is out for this game. The Eagles should have a ton of success on the ground. I also like them to cover in this game. I think they can win straight up. That's obviously not what we're betting here. We're just betting on Miles Sanders to score. And I think getting him for plus money, I think, is really, really good. I think it represents a ton of value. Because I wouldn't be surprised if he got 20-plus carries in this game. And with how good the Eagles' run game is, even with the offensive line, he can be very efficient with those carries as well. So Miles Sanders in the afternoon game. And then last up, we got Raiders versus Steelers, where, as of right now, this is projected to be the 2nd coldest game ever played in Pittsburgh. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers home stadium, I should say. Not Heinz Field anymore, whatever. But it's the 2nd coldest game. The wind chill is going to make the feel like on the field during this game literally below freezing. Or sorry, below zero. Not below freezing, below zero. So What that means to me is that the passing game might be hard to come by. Maybe we should lean on the ground game. And the Raiders have been doing that pretty much all year. And my favorite player to score, I'll just go ahead and search his name, is Josh Jacobs. So look at the gap in odds here, right? I mean, remarkable. PointsBet at plus 130, FanDuel at plus 125. And look at the other books, minus 125. And Caesars has it all the way down at minus 150. It's a remarkable, remarkable outlier compared to all of the sports books and where they have it priced at. And Jacobs has had a phenomenal year, right? He's been amazing. I think he has 12 touchdowns on the year, if I remember correctly, something like that. He didn't score last week against the Patriots, but he still carried the ball 22 times. Prior to that, he had scored in 5 of 6 games as well, taking out last week. And the 22 carries is a great amount of opportunities and touches for him to get into the end zone. So the passing game, I think, could be severely impacted by the weather. The Raiders have been leaning on the ground game all year. Jacobs has had a phenomenal year. He's a great bet to score, and you're getting awesome value on him to score as well. And that's going to be it. Those are 3 anytime touchdown score bets for you guys to lock in on for Saturday, Christmas Eve. If you want to parlay them together, I don't think that's a horrible idea as well. You can use the OddsJam parlay builder. Just click add to parlay for each individual one. And then it'll show up, if I move this, it'll show up here if you add them all together, and it'll give you the best odds for that parlay. I don't hate that. I have swept the slate multiple times this year, so I don't think that's a horrible idea. But for this video, I'm just going to go ahead and take them straight. And that's going to be it. Those are 3 touchdown score bets for you guys to lock in. If you do, comment and let me know. I would love to hear it. Other than that, I would appreciate a like on the video. If you could subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel, that stuff helps me out a ton. But that's it. So I appreciate everybody watching, and have a good one.